Why do liberal Democrats always talk like revolutionaries, but govern like caretakers of the same broken system? Let's talk about it. Because in America, one of the smartest political tricks ever pulled was convincing people that sounding compassionate is the same thing as actually fighting for people. Liberal Democrats have mastered the art of looking like change without actually becoming change. They know the language, they know the slogans, they know the symbolism, they know exactly how to package outrage in a way that feels safe, polished, and socially approved. They'll say justice, they'll say equity, they'll say inclusion, they'll say, we hear you. But after all the speeches, after all the hashtags, after all the applause, why does the system still look the same? That's the part nobody wants to sit with. If you really care about the poor, why are poor communities still getting crushed? If you really care about black people, why are black neighborhoods still over-policed, underfunded, and economically cornered? If you really care about workers, why does Wall Street keep sleeping peacefully no matter who wins? If you really care about justice, why does the machine keep growing under your leadership? See, Republicans will often tell you straight up what they believe, but liberal Democrats, a lot of them have learned how to borrow the language of the oppressed while staying loyal to the institutions doing the oppressing. That's why so many people feel politically homeless. Because one side may insult you openly, but the other side knows how to hug you while maintaining the cage. That's only a more sophisticated form of control. That's why every election feels like a rescue mission, but every year after feels like a slow disappointment. Every cycle, it's democracy is on the line. This is the most important election of our lifetime. We have to save the country. Bullshit. Then why does the average person still feel broke, lied to, stressed out, and disposable no matter how many historic speeches get made? Because too much of modern liberal politics is not about transformation. It's about optics management. Looking moral, sounding educated, performing concern, curating compassion, not actually dismantling the structures that keep people dependent, divided, and separate. And let's be real, some liberal Democrats don't want people fully empowered. Empowered people are harder to control. Empowered people ask dangerous questions. Empowered people stop confusing symbolism for substance. Empowered people stop celebrating politicians just because they know the right vocabulary. That's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of liberal Democrats are not trying to free people. They're trying to manage public anger just enough to keep the same power structure alive. That's why they can talk like activists and govern like administrators for an empire. That's why they can sound radical on camera and still protect the same donors, same institutions, same class interests, and same political theater behind the scenes. So maybe the question isn't whether liberal Democrats are better at talking. The real question is, how long will people keep mistaking polished control for real change? I just want to know.